Oh, you're back. I knew you would be. For this episode, I low-key didn't know what to draw, so I just decided to draw another OC. This is Norian, aka Nora. Yes, I know we have the same name, and no, we're not the same person. I just like the name Nora, what can I say? So Nora is set in the same fantasy world as my orc OC character. She's a princess that has telepathy and telekinesis powers and can occasionally bend fire. She also wields a sword that can turn into a staff, but she's stronger with the sword, but she prefers using the staff because she doesn't like to, kill people. So that's why she uses her sword more. Yeah. I added in my orc boy because I thought it would be fun seeing them interact with each other. She's like showing him his her powers, and they're like playing around or interacting with each other, whatever. The funny thing is though, in the actual story, they don't actually meet each other until way later. By the time Nora is 12, he's just a baby. Yeah. I just wanted to draw them together for the sake of the video. In this one, I drew her in a Japanese school uniform because one, it's cute. Second, who hasn't drawn their OCs in a Japanese uniform at least once? And three, because I'm still working on her outfit design, so you'll most likely be seeing me draw her in ever-changing clothing. I'm still working on her sword design, but I want it to be something simple and clean, but recognizable. Kind of like Link's sword. It's simple, but yet people recognize it as his sword instead of some regular plain Jane knight sword. It also glows. Also, although I will say her kingdom's attire is a mixture / inspired by Asian and medieval Eastern European-ish, clothes. It's basically fantasy attire, that's what it is. But I really love Asian culture, so I'm pulling from that, as well as I really love fantasy shows and movies. So I'm pulling from the castle aesthetics and all that type of stuff. So that's what I'm doing. LOL. Funny thing about her feet, I was going to leave them the way I had them. I had already spent way too much time on the sketch and I didn't feel like trying to draw shoes. I never feel like drawing shoes. But when I added color to them and actually saw how crapped up they really were, I said, nah buddy, I don't care if this takes me 30 minutes to do it, I'm fixing these shoes. And this is how they look now. Inking / line art is usually my least favorite and most boring part, stage of art. But I especially when it comes to traditional, I do not like doing it because unlike digital, you don't have the stabilization you can use. The only stabilization is your hand and how good you can control it. And I can't control it that well. But anyway, this time it was pretty therapeutic to me. It was I had a lot of fun doing it. It was very calming. Maybe because, I'm not sure if it's because it was so simple and clean, but anyway, I really have fun doing it, and I almost didn't want it to end. I was like, man, maybe I'll have to just go, use it as a coloring page, keep the sketch of it, and then just for the future, if I'm ever feeling I just don't feel like drawing today, let's go back and practice inking. I'm just gonna do that, because it was fun. Honestly, I think my favorite part in this, entire drawing, episode ever was coloring the two of them. It was just I don't know, I pat myself on the back. The coloring scheme, they just went together, especially for my orc boy. His color scheme was just there. It was muted tones, nothing really too bright, and as you could I ended up making his eyes a really, really saturated color, but then I was that's too saturated, so I brought it down and I did good. I especially love his skin tone. It's it's not super bright, and then at the same time it's not super dark. It's a muted, it looks to me how real flesh would look. My favorite part in coloring any digital art piece is adding screen plus add layers. To me, they're like the Ross Straw's version of color dodge. Adding the pink flare to the fire and its reflected light on them was the cherry on top. Is literally like the funnest thing, and it brings the piece together. It's like my favorite thing to look forward to in coloring pictures, like digital art. And I have to like sometimes when I'm trying to go or practice a different style, and I'm like, no, it's either a simple style or no, it's supposed to be a different style when they don't when you're like don't use screen. I get so tempted. I may finish it, but then I'll duplicate the layer or duplicate like the whole drawing and then add screen to it. I was like, I just can't help it. It's my favorite thing to do. It makes the piece. It just makes it bring it all together. I really love the little glowy effect. It's so pretty. I can't help it. Everyone, go try adding screen slots. Like, actually, Procreate does have color dodge, but it never, at least for me, it never seems to work the way that Ross can do it. Like, when I do it, it just blows out the drawing and, like, it blows out the colors or makes the colors really dark. It's one or the other. It just does not do it the way he does. So the closest thing I found that matches it is screen and add layers. So I found a way to make it work, and that's the way I do it. Oh my goodness, and her hair. I nearly died trying to make it. I wanted to make it that one hairstyle when it's like braids plaited to the side of the head, but then transition to straight. I obviously need practice drawing hair. You know, my hair scales are not that good. I nearly gave up and just settled for like her current hairstyle now. It's the best I could do. I tried. I tried. I really did, but the outcome was not exactly what I wanted. But I'm okay with it now. Okay, from what it was, it's okay. Yeah, the little thing hanging from her clothes. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's something, like an accessory. I saw it and I was like, oh, I just added it in. Let me just add a little accessory in. But as I was drawing, I kind of forgot about it. And as I was looking, I was like, what the heck was this supposed to be again? So, it's left up to your interpretations, you know. And here we can see her arm glowing because of her powers. I'm thinking of making it where she can only use her powers through her right arm, so her left is like completely useless. She can lift stuff up, but maybe not as much, like as strong as she could if she was able to use both her arms. I was trying to resize them at the end so I could get a photo of them all at the same time for like, the thumbnail, but that didn't really work out. Alright, we're finished. Thank you for making it this far in the video. Until my next drawing session, I shall see you later. Bye!